Hi, this is Beth Annie Stockdale with your Total Body Wellness Center, and welcome to another episode of Supercharge Your Health. And I'm here with
Suzanne from Discount Med Direct, and today we're at the Wellness Center, which is part of our company as well.
All right, where are we? Where is the Wellness Center located?
Let Nina tell you because I don't know the exact address.
Okay, we'll find that out in a second. But I have one big favor to ask of all of you right now. There is going to be a couple of buttons underneath for all you guys on the podcast. You can ignore me right now. But for all of you that are watching us on YouTube, please, please, please hit the thumbs up, which means like this video. And then there's going to be another button over here, maybe. Who knows? It might be over there. It says subscribe. And please click on that because the more subscribers that we get to our channel, the more we can grow. And no, it doesn't cost a thing to subscribe. I think it'll ask for your Gmail account or something like that. But no, it doesn't cost anything, and it would really support us in growing our Supercharge Your Health because it's our mission to supercharge your health. So here we are at the Wellness Center up in Ellenton, and there is this really cool looking piece of equipment here that we're going to learn about today. Take it away.
This is Nina at Discount Med Direct, the Wellness Center in Ellenton.
I'll tell you what, I'll hold the microphone and then you can talk.
Oh, great.
Because you're going to be demonstrating.
So we are at 7018 US Highway 301 North in Ellenton. We're in the same plaza as the Ace Hardware, which is very popular around here if you're from around here. Also hard to miss if you're not. We have the Cyroskin, which is our slimming, toning, and facial machine. It uses really cold temperatures and the wand here to kill fat cells, tone skin, and create elasticity in your face for the facials. For anyone who has wrinkles or anything of that sort, this definitely helps remove a lot of those. So in this wand here, for a facial, we get to about 10 degrees Celsius.
Whoa!
It gets colder. It gets colder for the slimming. And we just, put it on your face and do the motions that they have us, there's a method to every single thing. So the facials has its own method. The toning in different sections has its own method. The slimming in different sections of your body, same thing. I don't know exactly how you want me to demonstrate.
Well, let me just ask you a couple questions.
Yeah.
So you first mentioned fat reduction. So
Yep.
how does that work?
So this wand ends up going into anywhere between 4 and -4 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I told you it got colder. So when it does that, we create a part in your skin where it goes over it multiple times, and it kills the fat cells. It's called apoptosis. Once a fat cell is dead, it cannot come back. So the fat loss is permanent.
As long as
you keep up with your wellness, your health, your water, your fitness, your eating. They are all in one. This is kind of just one of those things to really zap that last part in your fitness journey. Those little extra pounds that you just can't get off, this is the best way to kind of take those away.
Or could you also use this to jumpstart your weight loss program? Or no?
I don't think it would be a bad idea to motivate you to do better,
Right.
because if you're spending the money on it and you're coming in and you're spending time on doing a treatment like that, you're probably more inclined to stick to your fitness journey. Yeah.
Exactly. Because this is not one of those things that you come here in the morning and then go eat pizza in the afternoon.
No.
It doesn't work that way because just
Definitely
because you
not.
get rid of one fat cell doesn't mean that you're not going to support and plump up another one.
Create new ones, yes.
Right. Create new ones, which we don't want to do. So that's where the nutrition and everything and the hydration and all that is very, very important. So you can use that for spot body fat reduction.
Mm-hmm.
And then what are the benefits for the skin?
So for the facials, it's really great. As you get older, you don't reproduce elasticity. You eventually stop making that in your skin, which is why you end up sagging and wrinkling and stuff like that. All the things that people hate, yes. So what this does is it uses a hot and cold technique to kind of create an elasticity. So it is not permanent. You do have to come back for maintenance facials to kind of keep the wrinkles away, get rid of really deep, dark lines, your circles. That helps reduce that by a lot. And it really helps plump up your lips too, which is nice.
Ooh.
So how many treatments does a person have to have?
That is situational. We do consultations. We'll have you come in and let you know with this, it's based on an ideal model, an ideal candidate. So we'll base everything off of that. There's anywhere for slimming, there's 5 sessions, there's 10 sessions. We do offer package deals for those, so you're not paying as much per session. But same with facials. Anyone over the age of 45, they suggest you do it every 3 to 4 days for the first 5. And then you do a monthly maintenance one to kind of keep the elasticity, going. And then for the toning and the slimming, that is the candidate by candidate basis. There's no way for me to tell you exactly how many. Ideally, it is about 5 sessions minimum to get where you want to be, but it can go up to 10 or 15 too.
And then you would always go back to the same exact spot for that same package of sessions. So in other words, one session you're not going to do your tummy, and the next session you're going to do your thighs. You're going to keep going back to that same spot, or is that incorrect?
So during the consultation, we can talk about the different areas that you want to have slimmed and toned. If you're working on one specific area, we will probably alternate between a slimming session 1 week, 2 weeks later we'll do, or even a week later, a toning session. So the packages can be swapped in that way, I believe. But then if you have several areas that you want to work on, some people like to do a butt lift as well as a tummy slimming, you can get a 10 package and we can work on both.
Got it. I didn't know if you just had to go back to the area so many times.
Yeah, if you're working on that one area, I can tell you how many sessions I think it would work for there. And then we would, So they are interchangeable, but there is a process. It's not a one session fits all.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a slimming session and a toning session?
So the slimming, okay. The slimming session is killing fat cells. Okay, so you're getting rid of inches, you're losing in that way. The the toning, you could then go over, you have the extra loose skin after losing weight. You have, it just jiggles a little bit more than you want to after having it slimmed down. So the toning will, again, tighten the skin so it's not so loose around the area that you've either just slimmed or worked out on.
So, from my understanding then, let me see if I got this right.
Yes.
When we're doing the slimming, killing the fat cells, it's a colder temperature.
Yes.
Than when we're toning the skin and tightening up the skin, it's not as cold.
Right.
So it's a variance in the temperature then.
In the toning, we would use a similar method to the facials where we use a hot and cold so that we're creating that elasticity in your skin.
That sounds great. Now the toning, then you can use. I have women and men that have done some crazy, fast weight loss, and they have loose skin other places underneath their arms. Is a big one on their tummies. Could they come and just then use this to tone the skin on those particular areas?
Yes, definitely. We do toning on almost every area of the body, and even areas that are kind of off limits. We have techniques and sessions that can go around that and still produce the results that they're looking for.
All right, so let's mention them. What are those areas that are off limits?
Your breasts, for one, they're too glandular. We cannot do it over them, but we can do above and lift. We can do below and tighten. The butt. The butt is a big one. We can do several different kinds of butt lifts. There's the American, the French, the European. Yeah, very fun. On people who have double chins, we can't do in the middle, so we go on side to side because it's too glandular. It's not really great for your body to be so direct, but we have a solution for every part that you can't actually touch.
All right, so this toning just went to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Do we have pictures of the different kinds of butt lifts? I don't even know what the difference between an American butt and a French butt are.
We can talk about that if you'd like.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go there.
I need to know what kind of butt I want.
Suzanne's gonna pick out her butt.
So we're just gonna, I'm gonna turn, hello. So an American butt lift, a lot of American women have, very flat, not very round. So what we'll do is
we have no glutes, in other words.
We'll take the wand and we will create a shape underneath your butt so you have a little bit of a plump. For people who have like a saggy butt, which happens, it's very nice up here and sags down, there's the, I'm probably getting the name wrong because I haven't done very many of them, but you go completely over the butt, you just completely up and you lift it that way so it's not so saggy. And then there's the other one where you'll actually come all the way around and create that whole pear shape that some people are looking for.
We are going to create a whole new market for you guys here. I heard about your butt lifts on a YouTube video. You're going to have to make sure you put that in the title so people can search and find.
Butt lifts with Nina.
Yeah. That's the title, Butt Lifts with Nina.
That's it. I'll tell you, Cyroskin's going to get, oh my gosh, this is going to be funny. I have nothing else on this. I think it's fabulous.
It's a lot of fun to do also.
All right, so let's go ahead and give your contact information.
Sure. I am Nina at Discount Med Direct or the Wellness Center. You can reach us at 941-803-7487. And I will repeat our address that I had earlier. It's at the Ridgewood Plaza in Ellenton, 7018 US Highway 301 North, Ellenton 34222.
And thank you so much for having us here.
having
This was
me.
fun. For those of you who know me, I just love learning about new things and new techniques and new pieces of equipment and what they can do to benefit the body, especially when they're holistic. When there's no drugs involved. Right. It's not invasive at all. It's going to be cold,
Yes.
but
Not too cold.
Not too cold. All right.
This hasn't been very long. Do we maybe want to switch around and talk about the salt chamber?
If you want to, we can.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Nina
we
can
can-
even do that while
Can you
you're
talk about the
talking.
salt
Yeah,
chamber?
she runs the
All right.
salt chamber, yeah.
Right, hang on, we're gonna move the
Hang
camera, so
on.
those of you who are watching, we're gonna get a different view
improvising
here.
I'll just keep talking. We're improvising. There's a those of you that know that your Total Body Wellness Center down in Venice, I have a salt chamber down there that is big enough for like 4 people, and I use Dead Sea salt just to give you some see that there are other options. They have a salt chamber here too. Where is the camera?
Go that way.
You want me to go this way?
Yeah, go sit in the salt chamber.
I'm gonna go sit in the salt chamber. Goodbye. Where's the BMO? Oh, it's over there. Okay. All right. So they have a salt chamber here, and it's a little different. It's a single person, and they use a different types of salt. It's all good. It's just different. And I'm gonna turn it back over to Nina, so that she can explain what they have here.
Hang on.
I'm gonna go sit.
Okay, we might have missed a little there, but go ahead.
Alright.
Start with the fact that we're looking at the salt chamber again, just in case some of our podcast people missed a little bit of that introduction.
Alright, so we switched it up a little bit in our treatment room. On the other side, we do have our Salt Serenity salt booth. You sit in, and there is a generator that blows medicinal grade salt into the booth. It is kind of just for one person. It does kind of help with your respiratory issues. It helps with asthma, COPD. It helps with allergies if you're having a really rough time with those. It also helps with post cold and inflammation in your respiratory system. Anything that's stuck there, it helps break it up so you can cough it out and get it out of you. It's also really great for the skin. They say that sitting in here for 20 minutes is the equivalent of being at the beach in the salty air and water for about 4 hours. So it's really beneficial in those ways also.
There you go. And the breathing technique that I tell my folks is that you breathe in through your nose and then out through your mouth, and then you reverse that. You breathe in through your mouth and then out through your nose to make sure that all the salt gets in all those cavities, because you want that salt to get in there and break up all the nasty stuff that's basically setting up camp and making you sicker, so to speak. So how long is this session here in your salt room?
They're typically 20 to 30 minutes.
And how often if I have COPD, how often would I come and use your?
Again, I think that's something that's situational, but I would probably recommend, depending on how rough your symptoms are, twice a week to once a week.
Okay.
Just to kind of keep them maintained and uninflamed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's if you had a small child, that and this is another really good holistic modality for folks, especially and with children too. There is I don't want to say it's kind of sad, but it's a reality that kids that are at school and they get sick get sent home, well, if it's their allergies, let's just go after what's causing the allergies and get it cleared up. And this is like, there's no drugs involved. Again, very non-invasive and very holistic, and it works. The salt room technology, all these technologies are not overnight. This technology came from the salt mines in Poland, and there was disease that like spread through the town, and the only people that weren't getting sick were the men that were working in the salt mines. So they start looking at what the benefits were from the salt, and they
Riddle me this.
Yeah, exactly. So this became hundreds of years ago back in Poland.
I'm not on the camera for those of you who are watching, but is there any people who shouldn't use the salt chamber, or how young of a children could you take in there? I don't know if somebody had a baby and they wanted to sit in there with the baby, if that's okay, or do they have to be a little bit older?
Yeah, no, we've actually had some infants who just couldn't shake their cough. Moms or dads will sit there with them and play some nursery on our awesome speaker system, I guess. But there isn't any limitations on ages or conditions. Even people who have blood pressure issues, which I know salt that becomes worrisome. Since you're not ingesting it, it's not a concern. It's not something to think about. And it's not that kind of salt, right? But yeah, it's for any age, any symptom that you can think of in your respiratory or anything like that.
Even like lung diseases, that doesn't...
It's perfect. That's the reason why you would use it.
That's where it would be the most beneficial.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I'm the one that doesn't know anything, so that's why I'm asking these questions.
Yeah, especially, and I've even had people that are on oxygen. We just let the tank set outside the door so that they can have their oxygen in, and we're just encouraging them to breathe in through their mouth. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I was just saying that people on oxygen can use it too. Yeah,
we actually had a client 2 or 3 days ago that had an oxygen tank in there, and it didn't bother him whatsoever.
No. No. So great. It's a very pretty piece of equipment too.
Yeah.
All right. So give your contact information one more time.
All right. We are Nina at
We are Nina.
We are Nina.
We are Nina.
With the butt lifts.
At the Wellness Center at Discount Med Direct. This is our Salt Serenity Salt Therapy, Halo Therapy at 941-803-7487. And again, our address is 7018 US Highway 301 North in Ellenton, Florida.
Very good. Thank you.
I'm going to come over here so I can be on the screen. I'm Suzanne with Discount Med Direct. I have 2 locations, Cape Coral at 239-677-3559 or Port Charlotte at 941-421-7155. You can always get in touch with me there if you want to send us a question or tell us about a gadget or gadget that you want us to investigate. You can tag us in one of the videos or the podcasts, or you can email us at info@healthsupercharge.com. You can go to our Facebook page at Supercharge Your Health and ask us a question there, or you can contact Beth and she's going to give you her information.
Yes, at Your Total Body Wellness Center at 800 East Venice Avenue, Suite C, Venice, Florida 34285. My phone number for calling, texting is 941-468-7091. Again, please like these videos and subscribe to our channel. And the whole purpose behind Supercharger Health are these extra little things that you can do. Most of them, I would say all of them at this point, are all going to be very holistic, natural type modalities that will actually enhance your health. And for those of you here in the Sarasota, Bradenton area, we're going to be taking this on the road like we did today. We came up from Venice up here to Ellenton. So if there is a location where you live and you're somewhere in this area, and there's something that you want us to check out, we are very happy to take this on the road to find other places that have other treatments and whatever that we can investigate for you also. But I would highly, highly recommend you guys coming up to the Wellness Center here in Ellenton and try out the Cyroskin. I just think that's amazing. All right, anything else?
I think that's it.
That's it from Supercharger Health. Thank you.